All right, friend, here we go. Launching it. Ooh. Oh my God. That torque is unreal. Whoa! Jacob, mate, you can stop your searching. You can stop your searching right now, okay?
Searching for what?
Yeah, I found it. I found the best Toyota LandCruiser, and unsurprisingly, it's not a Toyota. It's better looking sister, Lexus.
I didn't know Lexus was a girl.
Call it what you want, Jacob. This is the Lexus LX600. This is not just any LX600, by the way. This is the Ultra Luxury, and it is actually ultra luxury. This thing will set you back around about 220 something thousand Australian drachmae.
Holy cow.
That's a lot of cash for a Toyota LandCruiser, but when you see what's inside of this thing and its different engine, you're gonna be like, you're gonna put your thumb up, and you're gonna go to the like button, you're gonna click that thumbs up. I promise you.
And then you're gonna look at your wallet and give a thumbs down.
Oh, but you don't have to, Jacob, because you can go to CarSauce.com/finance and we can get you the absolute best financing deals tailored for you, pre-approved in under 2 minutes with zero impact to your credit score. How good is that? So, CarSauce.com/finance, Jacob, let's review this bad boy.
Let's do it.
Jacob, I'm like winded by walking around this car all day. It is huge.
It's monstrous.
Very big car. I love these lights here. You've got these really cool samurai-inspired daytime running lights. You've also got some really, really bright matrix LEDs. That's also your turning signal too, by the way. You've got some airflow here for your intercooler because this thing has a twin-turboed petrol V6. Yes, it's different from a standard LandCruiser, and boy, does this thing, it pulls. Jacob, it pulls.
Pulls hard.
You got this massive spindle grille, but it actually suits the car just because it's so big. This is almost like normal size, but when you're standing next to it, it's like, it's big. It's like a meter tall. You've got a double bubble hood, just like a LandCruiser there. Oh, Lexus badge there. Oh, it's looking very good. By the way, this is a radar, and you've also got really awesome safety tech. And if you want to read more about that, head to CarSauce.com. We have the full written review out on our website right now, and that will go into a few more bits of safety. You'll get a few extra insights. Definitely go there after that. But otherwise, Jacob, what do you think?
I think it looks pretty sick.
From the front, this or a LandCruiser?
This one.
This, of course. Okay, so coming to the side, the first thing you're gonna notice are these enormous 22-inch alloy wheels. They do have some pretty decent rubber on them as well. Definitely not an off-road tire. These are very much on-road, but as you're gonna see, you're probably not really gonna be taking your Lexus LX600 Ultra Luxury off-road. One of the biggest disappointments on the outside of this car is actually this. That's a plastic bumper that's already cracked there, which is not great. You do have keyless entry and go, tinted windows there, and yes, they do go more tinted because inside you get a sunshade. We'll come back to the inside though, it's mind-blowing. You've got some roof rails up there, and otherwise it's a big old LandCruiser. Let's check out the back. Jacob, honestly, this is my favorite angle of the entire car.
This is the part that's improved the most over the LandCruiser, for sure.
How cool is this, guy? So yes, you got your tail light there, but you've also got a ginormous LED light bar there. Looks great, especially at night. Look, Lexus badge there, LX600, because this is the big boy. You've also got a roof spoiler up there, and then down the bottom you have an exhaust. And just because I know heaps of you are going to ask for it, here's what a petrol LandCruiser sounds like. Jacob, can I be real with you?
You can.
I feel like a Saudi Arabian prince in here. This is what I imagine that they all drive around in. Beefy, luxury Lexi. That's plural for Lexus. Jacob, this place is really nice.
It's like a beautiful plush LandCruiser.
There's so much different in here. I can't even point out like individually what it all is. So I'm just gonna take you for a tour around the cabin and wait till you see the back seats. This steering wheel, Jacob, is
gorgeous.
Like straight out of some tropical forest. You got wood up there. It feels, nice and soft leather, probably from the finest, fattest cows. You've got these buttons here to control the digital instrument cluster up ahead of you. Not the best digital instrument cluster, is it, Jacob?
It's really not.
You can see a few different menus, but the graphics are a little bit washed out. Look, it's fine. It does the job. And when you change it between your different driving modes, it does change. Speaking of, you have multi-terrain select here. Yes, this thing is a proper off-roader, even though it does have larger front and rear overhangs. So probably don't do too much off-roading. You'll rip off the bumpers. But you can change between a few different modes there. All very cool. By the way, let us know if you want us to take one of these off-roading on a pretty serious off-road course. I'd be scared to.
I'd be terrified if I was taking a Lexus off-road.
It's a lot of insurance money that we would have to pay if something does rip off, but all for the gram. Big screen, Jacob.
You are a kid.
Big screen. You go through the menus and it's actually really snappy. You go into the maps and my gosh, is this thing fast. They've updated the CPU finally. You do have wireless Apple CarPlay, although I'm pretty sure Android Auto is still wired. Doesn't really matter though, because it works super well. And disappointingly, Jacob, there is no wireless charger up in the front anyway. So yeah, this really is a car for passenger princesses, and that's about it. You do have a little storage area up here and another one here. Well, funny, it's like perfectly sized for your phone, Jacob. You've got a USB-C port, USB-A port, and a 12-volt socket. And I've got to talk about the other screen here, Jacob, because there's a third. And that is this screen here. It's kind of this like multi-function display. You can control your air conditioning through there, although you do have these nice physical buttons there, which I prefer, including Climate Concierge, Jacob.
Ooh.
It goes one step further than automatic, and then you get a concierge to help cool your butt. We'll come back to that. You've got this screen here where you can see your G-forces and also your braking and acceleration. And when you change into your driving modes, it gives you a roll and pitch gauge. So that's kind of cool. And a little nice graphic, but only when you're in the multi-terrain select. Now you've got a row of buttons down here as well. You've got your suspension lowering and highering.
Pretty sure you mean heightening.
Oh, I don't know anymore. Look, you only really use these when you go off-road, and when you change into your different off-road driving modes, it will raise up the car anyway, and you can lower it down just for ease of getting people in and out of the car. So that's all very cool. This really is a chauffeur's car, or you buy it to be driven around in. You don't really buy this kind of car to drive it yourself. At least not this ultra luxury. Is what I'm trying to say, Jacob. Start stop button there, and it's also got a fingerprint reader in there, so if you have more than one user, you can just touch it and there you go. All the settings will be for you, Jacob. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about myself. You've got this really nice wood here and leather galore. It feels amazing, touching everywhere. You got more wood on the door. You've got a like 25 speaker Mark Levinson reference sound system, which sounds really good. You've got a beautiful center armrest, the nicest center armrest. And not only that, Jacob, it opens that way. It opens that way, and you can open it from the back because you can get out your cold beverages. This was not even refrigerated, and it is ice cold. It works really, really well. You don't have to have it on as a fridge, but hey, that's awesome. You'd find that in a LandCruiser though, to be fair. A couple of cup holders here, and looky here, you got a pretty large glove box. Giving you a call. Hello?
This is a call from Visa Security.
Oh, is it a call from Visa Security Department? You suck. I've lost my train of thought now, Jacob. More technology. There's a fourth screen, and that's this one here. So this is your mirror. It can work as a normal backup mirror, but if you flick it, you can then get a high definition display. Got a sunroof up here though, for $220,000. I'd expect that to be automatic. What do I know? You've got these nice soft leather seats here. They feel amazing. You've also got the Lexus badge embossed into them. And by the way, you can adjust these seats in a million different ways, especially as the driver. You can even extend out this leg support, which creates a phallic overhang, which Jacob and I, being children, laughed at for a very long time. You've also got a button here that says L. You press that and you can move the left-hand side. By the way, these seats are cool and they're heated, and also the steering wheel has 2-stage heating, just because one stage is not enough. Also, you've got a center locking diff here because this thing is a pretty awesome off-roader, despite being a ultra luxury, literally, LandCruiser. I don't know what else to talk about. My heart hurts by talking so much. Let's talk about the back seats. Okay, Jacob, getting into the back seat of the Ultra Luxury, which frankly is where you want to be. You get in here, first thing you're gonna notice is that these seats are just way better than
They
the front seats.
literally are so much better.
And the front seats are great, but these are just like next level. Next thing you're gonna notice is this giant tablet stuck into your face. And look, it's like decently responsive. You can even broadcast an HDMI port, because look, under this these hidden hidey holes, you've got 2 USB-C ports and a HDMI port. Also a little storage area there. Let's just get back to the storage areas, because you got another one there. It's really well dampened with a couple of cup holders. You have your wireless charger, because you don't get one up front. And you've also got this box, which again, opens on both sides. I'm pretty sure Lexus patented this system, and it's nice, felt lined with a couple of more USB-C ports, headphone jacks, and a 12-volt socket. So your kids or your luxury passengers, they ain't gonna be wanting for no more USB-C ports.
You look hilarious back there.
Do I look hilarious? Is it
Yeah,
because the headrest is like bigger than my head?
I don't know what it is, but you just look funny.
A few things, you've got your manual sunshades here. Would have liked that to be automatic, but whatever, it's not really that much of an effort, especially because you can't even like tilt this screen. You have to go into this system here. So let's talk about it. You've got a screen in the center because there wasn't enough screens in this car. Look, to be fair, if I was spending this kind of money, I'd want this screen here too. You have your audio controls here where you can control it for the left and right hand side. Very customizable, Jacob. You have your climate controls because yes, this thing has quad zone climate, including heated and cooled seats. Speaking of, we can adjust the seats however we like. I can even piss off this passenger and go, uh-oh, you're moving back. Haha. Haha.
That'd be a nightmare with kids in the back.
Be a nightmare with me in the back, frankly. We can also control the passenger seat, which I will get back to in a second because we're going to be controlling that one. You've also got relaxation, Jacob, aka these seats have like full massage function. It's just so nice. When you cycle between the different modes, you can focus on your shoulders, you can focus on your bum, you can do whatever the hell you want, Jacob, because you're rich.
You really like this stuff, don't you?
I'm such a simp for luxury stuff. You've even got these little lamps up here. They look like air conditioning vents. No. They are your reading lamps. And Jacob, why don't we just get into what makes this thing so special?
Which is?
This. I'm gonna press this automatic forward thing. Bye-bye goes the front passenger. They die in this process, by the way. They are dead.
They get ejected.
They get ejected. And simultaneously, my seat starts, oh, I'm lying back. By the way, I'm an angry child and I want my feet to go somewhere. The back opens of this seat, of course electronically, and then we can just, I've cleaned my shoes by the way, put our feet up here. And now I am lying, almost, now I am lying down, getting a massage in the back of a Lexus. Jacob, I love this.
I can barely even see you anymore.
I actually got my girlfriend to drive me home. That video went viral on TikTok, by the way. Follow us on TikTok, CarSauce.com, I think is our handle, because Carlos Saucito took the handle CarSauce. Thank you, Carlos Saucito. That was really rude. And also, you might notice that I can't actually see in front of me anymore, so I'm going to start screaming and crying. Don't worry, I can press this button, and the screen just folds forward and now I can see in front of me. Jacob, this is mental. All right, guys, let's check out the boot space. Okay, so coming to the bum of the Lexus LX600. Jacob, let's see what it can put inside of itself. You have 767 liters of boot space. That's exactly 767 1-liter Coke bottles, Jacob.
I don't know if you've actually done the math.
Think
on
about that. So you do have 0 underfloor storage. Thankfully, you do get a full-size spare wheel. This is going to be a pretty quick segment because you can't put down these back 2 seats because of the reclining mechanism. They've got lots of motors, things like that. You can't move them, they're fixed. You still get quite a large amount of space, so I don't think most people will care. You've also got a 220-volt, 100-watt socket. And it's a household socket, so you can plug in your laptop, and unless you got a gaming PC, you're probably gonna be fine. Jacob, let's talk about what makes this thing motion. Alrighty, Jacob. So coming under the bonnet of the LX600, ooh, what's that?
I think it's gas struts.
That's unreal, very primo, but I'm pretty sure you get that on Land Cruiser. Look at this though. You get that in a normal Land Cruiser. That is a 3.5 litre twin turbocharged petrol V6. And it pumps out 305 kilowatt of power, 650 Newton meters of torque. Now, yes, this thing weighs 2.66 tons unladen, so it's not actually like that mind-blowing, but this thing is still really good, especially when you consider that it puts all of that power through to all wheels via a 10-speed torque converter automatic transmission, same as what you'd find in a standard diesel Land Cruiser. And by the way, if you want to learn more about what a diesel Land Cruiser 300 series is like, this thing's identical twin essentially, we will have it in our description below, or we will have it at the end of the video. So click on that if you're interested. Okay, Jacob, let's see how this thing does 0 to 100. Ooh. All right, friend, here we go. Launching it.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Ooh, that torque is unreal.
Whoa! What?
0 to 100 in 6.32 seconds.
No way.
We're both sitting in here and this thing weighs 2.5 tons. So that's unreal.
That's insane.
Let's drive this thing normally. Alrighty, friend, driving the Lexus LX600.
600?
Yeah,
That's like double the Land Cruiser.
that's very true. Now, comfort.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, it is comfy. It's quiet in here. Look, I'm not gonna lie. If you were to kind of just go like this, it would just feel like a Land Cruiser 300.
100% agree.
It does. It's definitely quieter in here, and when you touch around, oh, the materials are so nice. These seats are so comfy. You can adjust them so much. But this is probably the biggest difference between this and a Land Cruiser. It's when we put the car into Sport Plus, put our foot down.
Oh.
Oh. That is a beautiful 3.5 litre 6-cylinder baby.
That's big.
And you know what? Even though it's still using the same 10-speed automatic, it's actually really responsive, like surprisingly so for a torque converter. This is where the car falls apart because it does have adaptive dampers, but it's almost like they don't work because
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Look, at the end of the day, this is still a 2.5 ton body on frame machine.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, it's so fast though.
Guys, I was driving behind Matt while he was in this car earlier, and it's comical how much the car body rolls. I can't believe it.
It's not meant to be a sports car, guys, by any stretch of the imagination, but it definitely doesn't feel it, except when you put your foot down, because it's like, oh, it's got like power. It doesn't have like, it's not like quick acceleration.
It's effortless power.
It's effortless power,
Yeah.
kind of at all times. And the fuel economy is not awful. So right now, if we go up on this screen, getting 13.4 litres per 100 kilometres. Let's just take these twisties. I've got to really pay attention, I think.
I'm already feeling sick.
You do feel a little bit seasick in this thing if you're going around the corners at any given speed, but you know, we're not even breaking the speed limit here.
Oh.
Okay, baby.
Oh, come on.
So the steering does get, a little bit heavier.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's so fast though.
Oh, you know what's weird? It's like, it's like every direction you kind of turn.
Now I know why they have a G-force meter right here.
And it's so true, because legitimately, guys, you put your foot down, the back, it just tips backwards, you brake. It's got pretty strong brakes, and you go left or right. You go everywhere. But what that does equate to is when you put it into comfort mode and you just go like normally, the adaptive dampers slacken off and it does become quite a comfy ride.
Bro, I think after all this, I'm gonna have to sit in the back and get a massage.
I think so. That's really where you want to be.
Oh yeah.
I would not make a good chauffeur friend. No. All right, we're at Saucy Corner. Let's test this thing's capabilities. Gonna go into sport mode, sport plus mode, and we're gonna do a little bit of a brake boost launch here. I'm scared. The torque.
Oh my God.
I love the sound of this engine, man.
Oh, and the shifts are so fast.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Please, please, please.
Come on, baby. Oh, come on. Oh, it's so effortless in how it pulls. But yeah, look, you know, you heard and felt the understeer there.
Oh my God.
Oh, look, that's not what it's really about though, is it? I like it.
Very nice.
Let's get into our final thoughts.
Let's.
Okay, Jacob. So, the Lexus LX600. I'm just, wow.
I don't know if I can summarize this quickly.
I don't think we can summarize it quickly. Who are we in our unprivileged position to say, yeah, go out and spend 220 grand on one of these? Let me just say, if you want something that's ultra reliable, because at the end of the day, it's a Toyota product, is really, really luxury, not the greatest in every respect, but it does everything just really well, then absolutely, I could recommend the Lexus LX600. And yes, I think it is the better Land Cruiser. Definitely the best Land Cruiser, and not just because it's a Lexus, I just think it really suits the purpose of this car. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, just below that like button. Subscribe to the channel, we would love to have you around. Click over there to watch our Land Cruiser 300 series review and see what you think compared to this. Or our other favorite Land Cruiser, the Prado. Click over there to watch that. And if you need finance, click over there. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.